Alright, ready to absolutely just into oblivion, hoping to all deities that everything works as intended and doesn't fall apart. 0 kilobytes. My asshole has 0 kilobytes. Now, do I want to play this game? Hold on a second here. Is my internet gonna throw a hissy fit about this? Claiming that it's dropping like 9% of the frames. Your bitrate is lower than the recommended. I'm just gonna end up deleting it if this doesn't work at all. Because again, this isn't the first time my internet has fought me on this topic. Now it's saying good connection. Do I gotta do an intro? How's it going, bros? My name is Fredman. I actually am very red. I got tan because I went on a lot of walks. And that ended up turning me, like, I don't even think this is a tan at this point, it's just, my skin is actually burnt. So yeah, the title isn't lying. Can you beat Spyro 3 without paying Moneybags? Yes, you absolutely can. Just watch the 80% speedrun, they don't pay the man a dime. But can you 117% Spyro 3 without paying Moneybags? Again, you absolutely can. You just gotta do the 80% route, then when you fry Moneybags at the end, you just go back and collect everything and boom, it's 117%. But that's just a little too boring, isn't it? So I'm also going to be skipping all the Moneybagses who are guarding minigames. At least up to the points where we can. Now, of course, something like Agent 9 might be unskippable, but again, you just gotta fry him and he disappears from that guarding from that portal anymore. But all the other ones are skippable. I've checked. Each and every one of them is skippable. So yeah, just to rub insult to injury, I think our save icon absolutely has to be Moneybags. So let's just go. An evil plot unfolds. Yeah, there's gonna be a capitalist bear charging me for breathing. Evil indeed. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch these cutscenes anymore because I feel like they don't really add a lot to the experience. If you're here for the lore, you just check out like Spyro theory videos, something like Ripto is actually Spyro's long lost son from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and he has severe hemorrhoids throughout the game and that's why he lashes out and does all these evil deeds. You know, those kind of videos, just pure peak entertainment. Alright, the adventure begins. Why did the game lag so much? This is a PS1 game from like 1788. You know, before I was even born. Which, if that comes as a shocker to you that I wasn't born in the year 1788, you might be just a little bit special in your own way. So we're just gonna empty out Sunrise Spring. We're not gonna do the whole speedrun motif of collecting everything on the way to Sunny Villa and then going into Sunny Villa without collecting everything. You know, that kind of jazz. You know, you've seen it all around. It's just a whole bunch of funny movement. Now, I have studied the speedrun route of this game, but I don't actually know it. So, I guess I don't define as a speedrunner, but then again, if I just have tried to submit a time for this game, also this is entirely well, no, it's technically skippable. But it also breaks the game entirely, so it's not worth it to skip it. Wait, but Moneybags is guarding the Sheila portal. How on earth will you get to Sheila's Alp without paying him? Can you wait for me to explain it, you impatient fuck? God, always these pressing questions. So what you want to do is, the funny thing about all these portals is the fact that each and every one of their loading zones is actually stored out of bounds. So Sheila's portal, the entryway to the level, is actually stored underground here. And there's a little funny glitch called swim in there, where when Spyro dives, he enters the swim state, Now, this swim state isn't actually tied to any pool of water, meaning that if you can force yourself to get out of bounds, or just basically dive in a way that pushes you to the air around the pool of water, you get to swim in there. And this swim in there can be used to enter the Sheila portal without paying this man a dime. The 80% speedrunners do it, and I'm gonna do it as well. You know, after Sunrise Spring is fully emptied out. But we're gonna stay here a while, and I'm gonna be honest, while this is a gimmicky playthrough, it's gonna be mostly a regular 117, just a casual 117. The shenanigans mostly come in the forms of just dodging Moneybags whenever we has to be dodged, which, when it really comes down to it, there aren't that many instances of him. In Sunrise Spring there's 3 total, and only one of them is actually difficult to skip. The other ones just require patience, but one of them actually requires some skill to do. The other ones, well, I suppose it requires the knowledge of how to do them, but that's the extent of it. Like, once you have the knowledge, even a worm with its brain missing could do it at that point. Which, isn't there some biological fact about a worm? Basically just worm's brain being, like, extended throughout all of its body, or am I thinking of another animal here? I don't know, I might just be a biological moron right now. Hello, Bruce. Oh yeah, there's the cave too. I just kind of automatically refuse to do it because I wanna empty out all the other stuff first. Also, the Sparks mission isn't really a part of the challenge. I might do them on camera just because it's part of the 117 thing, but like, the Sparks missions have absolutely nothing to do with Moneybags. I might do some cool stuff if I know how to do some cool stuff. But if I fail doing the cool stuff, I'm not gonna exit the level just to retry it. You know, cool stuff isn't my top priority here. My absolute top priority is just not paying the goddamn bear a dime. This is entirely personal and a pity. Okay, so the cave is the only thing left. Also, you can use that little out of bounds trick. If you do some... I do not want to switch to active mode. Thank you very much for asking. That makes things a whole lot worse. I have tried active mode. This is a good example of some cool stuff. I didn't even realize I was preparing to do it. So this jump you're not supposed to make, but a little 180 gives you just a touch of extra height. And if you do it right, you can make that entire ledge. Now, of course, there we go. And then you just gotta do a little jump here. Was there a gem there by the portal? There is. I thought I needed to do a momentum conservation jump. That's another trick. One that I haven't been able to pull off. But luckily enough, you don't actually need it for this entire run. You don't need any momentum conservation here. So we're gonna start out by just flying to the egg here. Then we're gonna empty out the cave on my way back. No, I didn't expect him to. I thought it was just a little hover. Didn't expect him to just break his skull there. You should join Jackass with those stunts. Like, that's crazy dedication to a bit. Like, I've done some elaborate bits in my day, but never cracked my skull for content. Okay, so I'm missing a red gem. And that could be literally anywhere. Also, I don't know how to do this momentum conservation thing where you go out of bounds. I'm gonna use a different swim in the air. Thank you for the tutorial on breathing. So a red gem. Also, we're gonna inflate the gem economy of this here universe. There's a dupe. There's supposed to be a limited amount of gems in this entire game. But there are some individual dupes, and I know one of them. And I am going to abuse that dupe to its full limit. The economy will not recover from this maneuver. It's not enough for me to just not pay Moneybags and become even richer as a result. I have to actively go above the permitted gem count. I wonder if it's possible to push this game to further than 117%. Now, the next trick is going to take me a long time to get. But we're gonna do the swim in there I was talking about. Okay, that was... I'm just gonna get rid of this Zoe. Hi, Spyro! Because we want Sheila unlocked. You absolutely can get into the Sunnyville Sheila level without any requirement to actually unlock her. It requires a little bit of trickery. I, for one, am not good at that particular set of trickery. For some reason, I just cannot parkour my way into the loading zone consistently. So I just bite the bullet and do this, since I have to do this either way. Now, of course, with that logic, I could just do the whole 80% thing and then come back to collect everything, and that would be the smallest possible hurdle. But I'm gonna do the largest amount of hurdles I can withstand. Also, I'm really seeing the light like that. The love of Christ is literally shining all over my body right now. That was probably pretty close, actually. Every time I get this trick, I never expect it, so I always go like, you know, I soy face all over the screen, and everyone laughs at me and makes fun of me because I look like a fool. Is it saying good connection, by the way? Excellent connection. Now that is an adjective that I don't even know of. I genuinely thought I just got it. Then reality smacked me in the face and I cried. What an unfortunate occurrence indeed. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna attempt this for a long time, because I am hell-bent on not paying the bear a single modicum of any currency. Not even as a consolation prize. He's gonna be left completely empty-handed by the end of this game. This is what I call the true ending of Spyro 3. Okay, well that was probably my worst attempt yet. If this is gonna end up taking me like 20 minutes, I'm just gonna laugh. Because we don't really have the option to not do this. And there are some little points of confusion in which it's entirely possible to accidentally pay him if you just speed through a text box that you're forced into. For example, in Molten Crater, there is one of those. Hold on, let me see if the lighting gets better if I turn off this lamp. That might be the exact opposite of better. Something like that. I don't know exactly how to go about this little operation. A marvelous attempt displayed. It's really hard to give commentary when absolutely nothing is happening on screen. You just have a stupid dragon running at a waterfall for 10 hours straight. Might as well commentate paint drying. Oh, it's interesting. There's a little streak of paint just dripping down this little board here. Oh, that's an interesting point. Like, look at that one. These two little drips of paint are racing. Honestly, that would actually be more interesting than what's going on screen right now. I should have put Subway Surfers gameplay on the side of the screen so everyone just... I have no idea what that attempt even was. Like I implied previously, this isn't the only point at which you can use for a swim in there, but I'm very bad at the other one. Like, this is the one I'm capable of getting, the other one I am not. And even if I was, going for a trick that you haven't practiced in a live setting can be rather detrimental for your own sanity. There was a guy who was doing a pirated playthrough of this, which, if you don't know, the anti-piracy measures of this game are absolutely brutal. And the guy ended up in a state where like 20x disappeared, meaning that he no longer had the 100x required to enter Sorceress, which then required him to do Sorceress skip. And to somebody who hasn't practiced it, it's an absolutely brutal trick. I cannot do it, I haven't even tried it properly, but I know for a fact that I couldn't do it on command if I tried. And it took the guy like 8 hours of straight streaming to get it once. And the funny thing about the anti-piracy thing is once you enter Sorceress, the game just reboots back to the beginning with absolutely 0% of progress. Which is effectively beating the anti-piracy version of Spyro 3, but I think it's a funny detail nonetheless. The fact that you go through all that trouble just to have the game basically say, great, now do it all again. But that's the plight of encouraging people to pay. It wouldn't be proper encouragement if there wasn't any punishment tied to it now, would it? I'm just gonna like talk out of my ass until I get this funny trick. It's insane how people like Jeremy Thompson can just like look at the waterfall and suddenly they're in the swim in air state already. Like, it seemingly takes no effort. Okay, another flop attempt. I'm gonna pour myself a drink of water soon, because I cannot take this shit sober. I'm gonna get into a state of water poisoning just to kill enough brain cells to handle this suffering. This string of disappointments, if you will. Okay, let me align myself. Again, I got absolutely tricked. And again, when it's a 3D space, there are so many little things that contribute to whether this trick works or not. It's not just it's your position as well as the position you're facing. And it's like damn near pixel perfect, the angle you gotta hit the waterfall in. It's crazy. Oh, look at me, I'm beginning to believe, so to say. I'm just emitting light now. Also, this isn't good for my eyes. Damn you, flop man. Striking again. This is effectively the only method to do this for me. Which is like the most frustrating part of it. There's like no way to call it quits on this other than just quit the entire challenge. Alright, align yourself. And it's insanely hard to be even remotely entertaining while doing this. Because absolutely nothing is going on screen. When am I gonna commentate? Oh, look at his wingspan. Absolutely majestic. Imagine if that ended up killing Spyro. In Spyro 1 there's a line of code that if you flop for too long, Spyro effectively dies. But he doesn't actually lose a life, he just respawns. Because the game is like, oh, you're stuck, let me help you out. And I have no idea if Spyro 3 has something similar. I wouldn't be surprised, but I've never seen it with my own eyes, or with the eyes of anybody else. Another one that really looked like it was it. But there's gotta be a little sound effect. That's how you know you actually succeeded. Also, you better be sure to hold down the down arrow when you get it, because if you don't, you'll instantly lose the state of swim in air. Which is kind of counterintuitive if your goal is to get the swim in air. I don't know if the game audio is good compared to my mic. Let me just turn it down by a bit. It's better for the game audio to be too quiet than too loud, because at least you can hear my microphone audio even if you can't hear the game. Another flop attempt. I've been at this for the last 10 minutes. What a great piece of entertainment indeed. Guy just running at a waterfall. At this point the game is gaslighting me. There is no glitch, I'm just running at this waterfall for no real reason. Have I gotten any messages? Absolutely nothing of substance. See, I said my friends had message about me streaming, but none of them had actually made their presence known in the stream chat, so, you know, you gotta know who the real ones in your life are. Now let me actually try aligning to the little bit to the right of the waterfall here, or the center point rather. I think you gotta air a little bit to the left. Look at me, I'm in the bargaining stage now. Did I skip anger? Hold on. Okay, now I've gone through anger. Now I'm in bargaining. So maybe if I just align myself a little differently, I can get this. You know when you go for something for so long that you just lose your sense of reality altogether? I don't. I've never heard of such a phenomenon. Never gone through anything like this. This is fun. I don't even care about standing on the leaf anymore. I just wanna get this. You are tricking me. You are toying with me emotions. What a predicament indeed. I genuinely thought I just got it again. Which isn't the first nor the last time. Enjoy the show and strap in for 6 hours of entertainment. And here I was naive, thinking I could do this entire thing in 2 hours. Entire thing as in Sunrise Spring, not the whole game. No, that's a 9-hour minimum for me. Probably 12 hours is more realistic. And I'm not gonna do it in one go. Okay, it's most likely to the left of the center point. Zoe has zapped me so many times already. It's probably killing a couple of brain cells, which is actually a Spyro Hero's Tale joke now that I think about it. Don't toy with my emotions like that. Making me think I actually nailed the trick when indeed I didn't nail the trick. When the goal is to nail the trick. Which is something I am not currently doing. No, to the right, maybe. Let's go.
Oh, you unbelievable demon. You scoundrel, you scallywag, you unbearable heathen, you. Why are you to punch you in the puncher?
Alright. I wish I just had a consistent method for this, some normalized setup, but there really isn't one. It's just run at the waterfall until something of note happens. That's the strategy here. I think I just reached acceptance. Alright, I've gone through all 5 stages. Now give me the goddamn trick already. I should stop having those pretend outbursts. People are gonna think I'm actually mad. It's like a genuine problem. I didn't expect to grind my way onto that platform there. But I do it a lot where I start exaggerating and coming across as upset. And then people are like, why are you so mad? I'm like, I'm not mad. I'm deadass just playing it up for the purposes of comedy. But yeah, it's definitely, if you hear some feedback multiple times, then it might be about you and not the other people. So I gotta look into that. But for the time being, it's just a funny anecdote. And it's not even in IRL, even sometimes through text form, people assume I'm being mad. Even though I'm just playing it up. in the pursuit of comedy. Then again, when it comes to comedy, it's like Dave Chappelle said, something to the effect of bad jokes, good jokes, offensive jokes, wholesome jokes, all come from the same place, and it's from the goal of making you laugh. And that alone is to be appreciated. Even if the end result is like, oh, he said a bad taste joke, or he said a horrible joke, or a corny joke. Like again, that the person who said the joke was trying to make you laugh. And if you don't have it in you to appreciate that small gesture, then you might just be completely ungrateful. I was actually expecting for that to succeed because it just felt different in my bones. I was manifesting it. It's a law of attraction. If you pretend you don't want it, it suddenly appears. I don't even know what I'm on about anymore. I've been at this for 15 minutes. I mean, I suppose I can do some other stuff, but I kind of want to do this in order. I've never seen that flop animation executed like that. Can we get a summary on what the sunk cost fallacy means? Or the definition of insanity? You know, both will do for this point. I need a water break. That sounds like a pregnancy thing. And that is unbearably funny. This is pretty hard to pour without a proper table. But not impossible. We managed to avoid an accident. Now, do we want to tempt fate like this on numerous occasions? Regardless of the circumstances, that's what I will do. Let us enjoy the fruits of our labor. Exquisite.
Oh, you pulled my nose. You're pulling my leg here. Breaking my balls.
Feels like I'm playing getting over it. Except I get hit over the head with a sledgehammer every time I fall. Wasn't I so inflated at the start of this stream, and now I'm like completely depressed beyond repair? All joy is just completely gone. You know what, we're gonna go to Cloud Spires. This is getting ridiculous. I will return to attempting this on numerous occasions, but until that time comes, I'm gonna face disappointment in other forms.
Hold on, you tried to sneak a fast one on me, you scoundrel, you unbearable buffoon.
I'm not gonna use Gust Proxy, that is something I am not even remotely capable of. So we can safely kill the winged Rhinoc. There is, however, a Moneybags at the halfway point of this level, and he's guarding the little machines, which prevents you from progressing unless you pay him. We're not going to be paying him.
Thank you for the greeting tutorial.
You see, Chippery is my middle name. Oh, never mind. Let me just die. Now I will give you a demonstration of why Trickery is my middle name. See, that was just a warm-up round. That one didn't count because my... I don't know. fuck you, that's why. So you can actually see the loading zone through the wall here. Why is it that I cannot execute the most basic of things when people are, or people have the opportunity to look? You could just do a momentum conservation jump and get there, but I cannot do something of that caliber consistently. See, if I just nailed it there, I would have made that. But I tried to do it regardless. Okay, well, one thing that could help you is jumping. Alright, this is going to be a run of pure hilarity. Oh no, I have to do boar proxy too. So... why do you have to be like this? Who gains from any of this? And once the thing is activated, it's just not possible to one cycle it. At this point I'm tempted to try gust proxy. More than... there's that little fold and it's after it. There we go. You see, trickery comes with a price. You gotta be willing to commit to the bit in order to troll properly. And that wasn't even the last of the trickery in this level. You see, there's another half to this whole Moneybags phenomenon here. Also, I love these sun seeds. I actually have I have one made out of those little ironing beads. You do a pixel art version of them on my wall. It just reminds me of the simpler things. I also have Spike, the second boss battle. I used to have a Spyro too, but I ironed that improperly, which then caused it to bend in a little strange manner. Let me make sure this is fully empty. See, that was a little bit of trickery on the levels part. See, I'm not doing anything immoral for partaking in such trickery, because the level's fighting back. I'm just fending off for myself here. They want me to pay money back. And I won't. Also, this mini game has absolutely nothing to do with money back evasion. We're just doing it for the 117% side of the goal. I wish I could hit that note. It would be such a funny imitation. Did I see a yellow gem? I didn't, I'm just going crazy. It was all that waterfall shenanigans and all the concussions. Alright, we have acquired the egg. I'm gonna watch this cutscene because I like these guys. They have a special privilege. I read this character's name horribly wrong. As a sex thing, if you will. Why would they put sexual innuendos in this particular piece of media? I'm not going for gust proxies though, this guy can fall off and die for all I care. Okay, let me get the end of the little leg. Thank you. Isn't there another dragon named Henry except with an I instead of a Y? So they just reused that name. Boy, I sure hope somebody can fire for that blunder. No, they just...
Oh, you unbearable.
How dare you taunt me? Like, these guys actually have no agenda, they just want to taunt you. Like, they don't want the egg for their selfish gain, they just want, like, oh, you can't catch me, and then they get caught, they just die. It's like... If anything, these guys are the kings of trickery. I don't get to be called the king of the trolls when these guys exist, willing to dedicate their entire life to this one purpose. I have no gem route here, I'm just running around collecting everything I see. And once I see no more, I'm done. Well, rather when the gauge tells me that I'm done, I'm done. You see, I'm one of those so-called free thinkers, but then when the fire alarm goes off, I'm just instantly running out of the building. Now watch me not one-cycle this. Now watch me nay-nay. Oh, what do you know? Reverse psychology works every time. Guys, I bet I'm not gonna make $9 billion. I'm gonna do just a quick checkup to make sure I'm not missing any gems, because I really cannot handle the heartbreak of failing to take that into account. Okay, let me check the inner circle as well. Okay, I am done. Now I'm going to jump and hit exit area. For this purpose. I told you I was gonna partake in some trickery. But you didn't believe me now, did you? Hold on. That's where I'm supposed to go. Is this possible? You see, you cannot reach this area without paying Moneybags normally. There we go. We have fully invaded, paying him a single dime. Look at him standing there all smugly. You probably couldn't even see him because he's so easy to miss. Remember? I'm gonna go back the other way and collect everything. Then I'll go back to the beginning and do a whole rerun. Collecting everything on the way. And then we'll be done with this level. Isn't this fun to partake in some trickery here? Gonna take a sip for that remark. Oh, thank you for the breathing tutorial. It's actually kind of mean to give that tutorial right now instead of at the beginning of the level. You just expected to know that, and these guys will zap you left and right until you finally get explained that, oh, by the way, you gotta charge him. Isn't there an egg somewhere here? Yes, there is. Thank you for answering my question. What a good talk we had. Hold on, you tried to pull a fast one on me. Forgetting that I am the king of trickery. Stephanie? That's not a name. Are there any gems on this platform? Now the funny thing I'd like to remind everything of is the fact that if I pay him once, I gotta restart the entire run. Because you can't just reload an older save file. Once you pay him, the game instantly saves. Just to rub it in, like, haha, you actually paid this asshole. That's no good. My ride! Thank you. No, I almost automatically talked to him, which would have entered me into a situation in which I could have accidentally paid him. If we did all of this correctly, we should hit the level complete up here. Oh, my bot. Beep in my bottom, no bottom's really big. 3? That's not a number. I did do multiple checkups. I'm gonna kill this rhino just in case, although I wholeheartedly believe that that's not the one I'm missing. Where is this gonna... Oh, back here. What a trick indeed. Now the Sparks compass, for some reason, doesn't really work with my controller. And on top of that, you need to unlock it anyway, and I haven't unlocked it, so we're just gonna keep running through the level back and forth until we find this little green gem. Or funnier yet, 2 red gems that are in different locations. But that's the fun of life. Getting punched in the balls. Whee! I did the right sound, I just didn't do it in the right pitch. Come on, you gotta hit the like button for that. Like, that's just... He's wrong for that one. My brain is just melting. Hold on, let's see here. Since I suppose I didn't do an absolute checkup on this place. Wait, the character's just gone. The one with the dirty name. Was that a metal bottle? No. Michael. Is that you? Okay, no 2 gems here. Oh, you have pulled my leg for the last time, you unbearable. And all this trouble to not pay this guy, only for me to miss out on a 2 gem somewhere. I've checked this place like 7,000 times. In other words, 2 times. Let's just make sure that they're not on the platforms here. Hello, I'm not paying you. Oh, what do you know? 400. And did I get all the eggs? Just in case. I did. 100% complete. We're leaving. I'm gonna pour myself another glass of water for that remark. Alright, time to waste another 7 hours. Since we're gonna go back to trying this. See, Cloud Spires was nothing but a break from this suffering, this nightmare cycle. This never-ending stream of nightmares. Some also refer to it as a waterfall, but you live and you learn, you live and you learn. Okay, I'm gonna cut you a deal, game. You absolutely cannot gaslight me if I look up a tutorial and follow the exact steps laid out. Now, while we're at it, I'm gonna put some other attempts to it. Just to feel the time in between. This lighting is hilariously horrendous. Okay, let me... I'm just gonna look up Jeremy Thompson doing it. I just skipped 10 seconds and it like goes through like 7,000 levels. He's just ridiculously fast at this game. Okay. I have a faint idea. I was taking mostly the right steps. So he just stands pretty forward on this leaf. Then he does a sharp right, which I cannot seem to be able to replicate. Stands to the left of this leaf starting point, and just a pixel to the left of this waterfall's middle point. Basically you gotta do what I just did, but well. You gotta do it well. Yeah, those exact steps, but in a way that actually executes the glitch. You know, that nuance always get lost on me, the part where you're actually supposed to get it to work. You're toying with my emotions here, you unbearable fuck. I don't know, my insults actually feel kinda stinging. Like if I were to say them to an actual person, I would probably ruin their entire week. Okay, seemingly a little bit more to the left than that. That was my screech. Hear me roar, for I am angry. God damn you and you and hell. To hell with you. I am in a state of disbelief. Just an email. That's not a real message. That doesn't count. Now for the actual piece of trickery. You see, I just wasted full half an hour of my time here. And just no Moneybags that it was entirely personal. There's the loading zone. I specifically poured myself a glass, yet I still insisted on taking a drink of that out of the bottle. Never let him know your next move. Be a man. A true Sigma male. Sigma balls, know what I'm saying? I hope you do, because I for sure do not. I have no idea what I'm saying anymore. A kick to the butt. Yeah, we're just gonna do a regular little Sheila empty out. Since we are here now, Thank you. Then we are gonna go to Sunny Villa. And 100% that basically normally, because there are no moneybags there. It's almost like a little break, but after that we're gonna go to Molten Crater, and that is where some extreme trickery will ensue. And I guarantee you it will take me like 9 years to get that glitch there. You see, trickery is difficult occasionally. I don't know why I put on the accent. It's just a force of habit. And I'm gonna keep doing it. You can't stop me, liberals. Ha! Totally show them. Turns out no liberals are even watching. Okay, I'm starting to get a little bit hot in here because I'm used to having the fan on. But if this becomes unbearable, I don't care about the mic quality anymore, I'm just turning it on. You're gonna hear a little... Don't you try to hit me over the head with that pickaxe. You're gonna pierce my brain and my brain will work no good no more. I know my brain don't work no good sometimes. Yes, that was a Smiling Friends reference, and I adore the show. It's actually managing to capture the old school Simpsons level of chaos, except with today's humor. And I thought I just got stuck. And that's not an easy feat to pull off. Goodbye. Did I get the first egg? Funnily enough, oh. Ruby. Missing out on gems in Sheila's Alp is very funny occurrence, because looking for them is quite the conundrum with this moveset. I don't mind the moves of the other characters, but when you have to look for gems as the other characters, it suddenly becomes a funny gag. Funny gag for everybody but the player themselves. I thought I was gonna get a little trick shot there. But guess I cannot be the king of trickery for all my life. Eventually it'll get mentally taxing to just remain in a constant state of trickery.
Oh, that's not nice.
Kick to the balls it is. The green gems might have been a bit of an oversight, just considering how much of the ground in this game is green, because those blend in very well. Could have made them orange or something. In fact, in terms of a color wheel logic, that would actually make more sense, a red, orange, and then yellow, instead of red, green, and yellow. I don't know, I'm not an insomniac, Def, I'm not even... Nothing I say is true. Everything is a blatant lie. Malicious attempt at disinforming you. None of it is true. Okay, let's talk to this guy. Thanks for the help. I've never actually listened to these guys properly. I had no idea they overdid the accents to that degree. And that is hilarious. We're almost done with playing as the slowest thing in the universe. That isn't even factually correct. In fact, this isn't even the slowest thing in Spyro 3. But we like to exaggerate, you see, it's a piece of humor. Did I actually 100% this on the first go around with no need to turn back? Oh yeah, the second warning. We will not be watching this piece of entertainment. For the purposes of this run. Now, behold. A funny little trick that's gonna take me 7 years to nail. Look at him, guarding a gauge. Where you think I'm gonna pay you to open the cage? What is it, like a street performance? Behold, just pay me $500 and I'll open this door. I don't know, some rich person would actually be dumb enough to pay for that. It's like when you have too much money, you just gotta get rid of it somehow. Alright, so the next trick is called the boar proxy, which we're gonna use to get into that egg thief minigame. And we almost got it first try. Yeah, this is the only way to retry. Exit the entire level and enter it again. And you're going to see this very animation a good 10 times. Because I am not consistent at this whatsoever. Enjoy the show. If you can. And if you actually can, then you're made of certain stuff. Okay, so I'm clearly doing something wrong. I'm collecting some of these gems just as a consolation prize. I didn't even do Sunny Villa yet. I mean, there's no Moneybags related shenanigans there anyway, so it really doesn't matter at what point I do it. Same goes for Mushroom Speedway and all that other jazz. So it's charge, jump, glide, and then charge again. So basically that exact button combination I did there, but did actually well. You know, you shouldn't be dumb about it. You should actually be smart about it. A piece of advice that goes in a lot of areas of life. I'm gonna die of water poisoning before I get this trick. I think I'm messing up the glide. Let me try to execute just a movement real quick before I... Yeah, you're supposed to actually... It's not enough to do just a little pulse like that, you actually have to enter the glide animation. That's what I remember. Oh boy. That's why you should call a speedrunner. Not some random asshole on youtube.com. Embarrassing himself. I kind of entered the correct state, I just didn't get anything out of it. But it's like, I kind of proxied off of him, I have nothing to show for it. And yes, this is absolutely the only way to not pay Moneybags here. The others are task only. Well, I got over him, but at what cost? At the cost of my very dignity. This is like the waterfall thing, except just retextured. Watching some dumbass on YouTube not perform adequately. I need to stop taking sips every time I enter this level. It's like an actual tick at this point. I didn't actually get a proper one, but that's what's supposed to happen. Make me all hopeful and stuff. I've never actually gotten the proxy, but like then failed the latter half. Like every time I've actually gotten the proxy, I've gotten enough height from it too. Maybe it's because I didn't glide properly or something. Or it's some specific pixel. No, I jumped too late. That's why I glided over him right there. When you actually nail the trick, your brain goes into this strange mode of like, oh, not a drill, not a drill, not a drill. And just sounds all the alarms. You almost enter a state of panic there. I didn't even glide that time. I just couldn't slide my thumb off the square button. Ken might have been underselling it. I think it's closer to like 7 billion, which the average attempt takes me a good 20 seconds. 20 times 7 billion, that's a good 14 billion seconds. I don't think this planet has been around. No, it has. 5 billion years. Approximately, so yeah, 14 billion seconds you can easily fit in that. But humanity probably hasn't been around that long. My brain cannot do the math on command, so couldn't tell you for certain. All I know is that that's how long this will take for me to get. I again entered the state, but then Spyro chose violence instead of anti-capitalism. Anti-capitalism being another way to refer to me skipping Moneybags. I don't care if it takes all of my brain cells and mental health. I'm not paying the bear a dime. Not a single one of my hard-earned gems are going to enter this bear's little bag. Okay. Don't do this to me, you. Yeah, that's what you get, or. Okay, well, we've gotten it twice now, which implies that at least I have the ability to do it. We're just gonna have to actually acquire something to show for it. Right.
Game 1. Gamer mode activated.
Alright. It's really not that hard. Chain of a movement. Just charge, jump, glide, charge. This is the only way to normalize it, because you need a specific animation of the board to actually nail it. You technically could do it off of the other boards, it's just that it takes a lot of luck to actually nail it. And again, trying it again here just isn't realistic, because the board isn't where it's... Or the board is always in the same place when you enter the level, but otherwise it's all about RNG. And again, if you don't start running the second you enter the level, the board will already run to a different spot, which then makes it way more random. In a way that only a task could react to it. But I am not a task. I am a human. I'm not even a proper speedrunner at that. So that's why you see me exit and re-enter the level so many goddamn times. With no end in sight. Hope I at least nailed the glide to the actual loading zone, because that would be the biggest heartbreak, to get the proxy and get the proper amount of height and then just miss the loading zone entirely with no means of retrying. I'm trying to practice the rhythm so I can get the proper glide. It's gonna be hard to execute it when you're actually in the situation, because your brain is kinda scattered. when there are actual stakes. Which the stakes here really are just I'm wasting time, nothing else. Nope. Is the glide longer than what I'm anticipating it to be? You're supposed to be like right over the boar's eyes when you do the charge during the glide. That's what gives you the speed you need. Like that. Let me over the trees, you greedy engine,
You scoundrel, you. Why, I gotta punch you in the puncher.
There. Now I look like I'm enlightened. I'm beginning to believe. I've never succeeded but failed this many times in a row. In fact, I've never nailed the proxy but failed the other half this many, or in general, that is. Okay, I again got the proxy for like 1 frame, and then the game slapped me in the face. And it really hurt, too. I'm gonna give it 1 more try, and then I'm gonna empty out Sunny Villa, and then I'm gonna go back here. We're gonna end up doing this, but just in a different order, just to save my own sanity. Okay, Sunny Villa it is. What is this, like a sports movie? I gotta fail it the first time around and then get it on the second set of tries. What is this entire stream scripted? Oh, by the way, if the uneven gem count, where it doesn't land on an even 100, is bothering you, don't worry, I'm gonna make it much worse with the little gem dupe. You see, Sunny Villa has a funny little glitch that allows you to actually collect more than the 400 or however many gems there are in this level. And I am absolutely going to do it. I really wanted to do that. There was no actual reason to do it, I just wanted to do proxy of the guy. Okay, I didn't get any other proxies, let's just collect everything like a good boy. And stop abusing the game mechanics for 2 seconds, says the guy who is absolutely going to abuse the game mechanics in about 2 seconds. You see, I am going to do the dupe. Not only am I not gonna pay the bear, I'm gonna have extra gems that with which I could potentially pay the bear, and still refuse to do it. Ew. Okay, so I'm trying to remember the string of movement you need to do for the gem dupe. Because if you fail it once, the only way to try again is to just go back to a save file in which you haven't killed or emptied out this level yet. Because once the gem is collected, the gem is collected. Let's just go for it now and stop prolonging the inevitable. Oh, okay. Vanessa has something to say about my means of trickery here. Look how my gem count is just going up now. Those were all unintended gems right there. Never intended to get that many. I'm gonna end up with like 102% in this level now. And I'm gonna spit in Moneybags' face. I'm gonna tell him, yeah, by the way, I have more gems than I'm supposed to. I'm actually inflating the economy, and I still refuse to pay you. It's like the description says, this is... my motive is entirely petty. This isn't some message I'm trying to spread here. Oh, look at me being all virtuous. No, this is entirely like... what you're trying to charge me? No thanks. It's like Eminem said in Killshot, I don't care who's in the right, but you losing the fight you picked. And the funny thing is he didn't even pick a fight with me, he's just charging me money for, well, sometimes basic necessities. Other times it's for the freedom of other... You know what, maybe he does deserve just a little bit of payment evasion. I wonder if there's a swim inner in this level. It would be completely useless for speedrunning purposes, but I just wonder, like, if you could dive at that waterfall or something. You know, partake in a little bit of trickery. Okay, I'm gonna go to the Sheila section and hopefully not miss out on a whole bunch of gems while there. To whom it may concern, Sheila to give. Oh, it's because I didn't pay money back, so the sign still triggers, but the level is actually unlocked. That's interesting. Another funny thing is that once you do the Moneybags chase minigame in Midnight Mountain, first of all, you only gotta tap him once and you instantly the minigame ends right there because he doesn't have any of your gems. Another thing is that once you enter all of the homeworlds, it plays the respective cutscenes that are involved with freeing these guys, as if you just freed them for the first time because Moneybags disappeared. And somehow that just triggers the code. That's like, oh, you freed him. Okay, let me play the cutscene. Another funny thing is that Agent 9 just says thank you for releasing me if you go to his portal after tapping Moneybags. Okay, this isn't the cave. Oh, that is mean. You shouldn't do that to somebody you love. At this point, this warfare is entirely psychological. I'm just trying to gaslight these guys into thinking they're in the wrong. Which I suppose they partially are, you know. So helping somebody who's trying to kill all of the dragon hatchlings for selfish purposes. Last time I checked, that could have been defined as somewhat evil. But you know, I'm not like a judge or anything, so I cannot say for absolutely certain if that is actually an evil thing to do or not. I think I've collected every gem so far, but again, we will be subjected to a funny gag if not. And I'm sparkless. Sparksless. Oh. Ask and you shall receive, I suppose. Okay, we're going back for both pay reasons as well as practical ones. You see, I want the gems too. There. That's what it feels like to get kicked in the stomach. Bet you didn't know that beforehand. You just have to beeline for these guys because otherwise they will hit you with their spear. And that's no good. Okay, ascending the tower is a little bit of a hurdle, if you will. Takes like 7 years to ascend one step. I'll let that play because that's actually a funny gag. And you still get the egg for no real in-universe reason. But then again, this is a game for kids, so... Okay, this guy doesn't react. Why am I saying guy? Why am I saying guy about a clear female character? That just goes to show that misgendering people is in my blood. It's not even a part of some agenda or anything. It's just what my brain forces me to do. Okay, chicken cutscene. Yeah, she died. That's unskippable, by the way. So for beginner speedrunners, it's generally recommended to. If you fail all proxies up to that point, then it's recommended to just do the regular route because the chicken cutscene guarantees that you won't save any time doing any additional proxies. By the way, it took me years to get this gag. Because he says, there's a chicken egg. Then this guy's name is Sanders. He does the chicken dance. And then this guy says that it's the ugliest chicken that he's ever seen. Which, if you don't get the significance of Sanders, it's a KFC joke. And when somebody laid that out to me, my mind was just completely blown. Not literally, I would be dead if that was like a literal thing, but, you know, figuratively. Okay, a little bit of skateboarding. Again, this has absolutely nothing to do with Moneybags. We're here for just the 117% side of things. Then again, the entirety of Sunny Villa doesn't really have anything to do with Moneybags. Other than the Sheila thing, you see the consequences of your actions in the form of the Sheila minigame giving you the sign. Can I get... Okay, the blue gem was left behind, but then again we do another round, so... That doesn't matter. That was the strongest accent I've done up to this point. Why are you like this? What in your blood compels you to do these things to me? Get the gem. What compelled you to do that despite it clearly being a blue ramp? There we go. I've missed so many gems anyway, so... We might have to do another gem round even after these missions are done. I think missing these lizards is a sport for me at this point. Again, I've had like 9,000 opportunities to hit that one guy. Did they patch it? Did they patch hitting the lizards just entirely out of the game? Wait, did I get that guy? Am I being gaslit by myself? I've really used the word gaslight way too many times during this stream. I'm watering the entire terminology down. But that's how the internet works anyway. Just misuse every word. Until they no longer mean anything. Okay, so... I think the rest of them are up here. They are not. Last time I checked, 4 is more than 2. You know, this is turning into a math stream. Bet you didn't know that little fact. A very little known fact around these streets. So, did I hit the balloon guy or did the game genuinely just despawn him? Also, why am I assigning gender to these little lizards? That aren't even real, might I add. Okay, there we go. Yay! Emily has been born, but absolutely no time of day was given to her first moments on this earth. Now, what compels you to act this way? Literally running right in my lap, and at this point, yeah, I'm willing to just lose entirely rather than... Oh. There, I pressed the X button with all my might that time. Is the X button actually breaking? You know, it does feel a little jammed. I'm just gonna have to adjust on the fly. You know, the X1 jamming up might actually be a run killer because of the poor proxy. Sparks! Thank you.
Come here, you. Why you're here?
Where is the other guy again? Just doesn't exist.
Lost to all time.
Isn't there 3 in total? And why do they not run away from you as a default? Probably because running at me is seemingly a more effective strategy. That's the way they avoid being hit. They're adapting to my playing. There's actually a hyper-adaptive AI in this game, so yeah, every copy of Spyro 3 is actually like personalized. You know, they had that technology back in 2000. So these aren't the final 2. Might be in this tunnel. Okay, but isn't. Oh, that one up there. Okay, we're gonna do a little, like a big jump. I really didn't think I would get that gem.
Whoa!
Alright, Daisy, we are not about to witness your birth. Okay, single spin left. So there are the red gems. I'm doing this for fun, I know there are no eggs assigned to this. Oh yeah, it actually says 400 out of 400. Before I've collected every gem here. Because the extra gems have completely broken this, basically. Let's see how many I have, because I haven't been paying attention at all. I think we might be done. Well, I mean, technically we are, but there seem to be still some gems lying around despite us being over 400 at this point. I'm gonna check the upper path finally, and then I'll leave. I'll at least leave this area. I don't know if I'll leave the entire level yet. Just having too much fun. I think we have 26 extra gems. So there's a blue gem somewhere. I feel like Stuart Copeland absolutely perfected his composing style in this game. A lot of people seem to like Spyro 2 soundtrack the best, but okay, I cannot get a crush. I mean, at this point I could just leave the entire level with no repercussions. But I am greedy. So I'm gonna keep looking for the final few gems, because I know I'm missing some. It is literally impossible for me to land with an odd number of gems here, because the gems I do were 2 gems. Probably not in the Sheila level. But I'm gonna check the Sheila level. Hope that guys haven't respawned. That would be quite funny. A showcase of pure hilarity. Then again, I'm here. Okay. Now, without a shadow of a doubt, we have completed Sunny Villa with 26 extra gems. And yes, for entirely petty reasons, why did I press the Atlas button? I might do the Speedway and Sparks level off camera, just because they technically have nothing to do with this challenge. I mean, yes, they're part of the 117%, but there's like absolutely nothing cool about doing those levels Moneybags looks, because Moneybags has absolutely no sphere of influence over those levels. So now time to destroy my head with poor proxy. I'm trying to get the rhythm down. Man, failed on the first attempt, man, it's not even worth it. There's still the entirety of Seashell Shore with Ludo the Rhinoc and the water tunnel level and whatnot. There's just a whole bunch of shenanigans still left for me to do. Although that doesn't have anything to do with Moneybags, at least. I probably would have gotten it too if I just had pressed the correct button, instead of being unbelievably stupid. At least this is the final bit of trickery we have left to do. After this, I'm all trickeried out. Well, there's still one little bit of trickery, and that involves skipping into the Sergeant Bird mission, which I actually did on my first playthrough too. Well, it wasn't my actual first playthrough, but first playthrough on this channel. I will keep on trying this. I'm not even gonna get into the rest of the level before I get this, because the thing is I have to get this if I wanna skip Moneybags. And paying Moneybags would defeat the entire purpose of the challenge run. So that is something I will never get tempted to actually do. I'm just trying out different rhythms to see if there's any way to consistently do this. There probably isn't, because the first jump is already frame perfect. And the glide is even harder to time. That jump was too big. Which implies that I glided too late. Okay, let me try a faster rhythm and see if that accomplishes anything. Perhaps a little too fast. I'm gonna take a bathroom break. This is my stream and my rules.
Alright, it's past bathroom o'clock, and I am back with the vengeance.
No, the game's not even functioning.
Look at me thinking on the fly.
But you didn't expect that to occur. He has plenty YouTube channel enterprises all about surprising. I did the correct movement, just slightly at the wrong time. Yeah, I just saw the replay, I jumped too late. Because there's a little bit of delay on my preview. Not on the OBS preview, but rather the YouTube preview. That might have been too early. No, it didn't look like it was too early. I just executed the second half of the trick wrong. I jumped just in time. I just failed the glide. Unbelievable. Why am I not nailing this 1 in a million trick on the first try? What a horrible stream. I'm not even gonna tell anyone about this. In fact, I'm gonna tell everyone to boycott this streamer. And I did it so many times. And just got too little height every single time. Yeah, you don't need to press the arrow keys at all. Well, arrow buttons, they're not really keys when you're dealing with the controller. Guys, I swear the trick is cool. It's not lame. Come on, guys. We're just enjoying the moment for what it is. We're gonna get the glitch eventually. It's just taking way longer than usual. Maybe I need to glide way longer than that. Tutorial with the input display while I'm at it. The video is playing on my leg right now. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. I think it still works, it's just not smooth according to YouTube. That's a skill point, a full-blown skill point you're gonna give me just for breaking a wall. Thank you, that is very highly appreciated. Okay, now the game itself is lagging for no explicable reason. Okay, I called him. I really hope the internet problems didn't actually just cut out the one time of me getting the trick out of this video. Hey! I just wanted that in Reignited I would have gone through the whole thing. I'm just happy that I got the power proxy. And didn't pay the greedy bear a single dime. Yet I'm the greedy one. I mean, sucks to suck. If you're guarding a door that is easily passable, then you're kinda doing a poor job at it. Granted, that might be victim blaming, but I don't care. I'm a human being, I'm gonna justify my evil deeds. Why am I 10 miles away? Thank you. Kermit. The funny thing is I have 26 gems to spare because of the gem dupe I did earlier. My intention is for this playthrough to be a little bit of a cluster. Did the stream just end on me?
Spyro, you're just in time. I saw 2 egg thieves run through this door. Well, actually, they paid me to guard their hideout, but that's irrelevant. I'll happily let you through the gate to chase them down for a small finder's fee.
Let me partake in a little bit of trickery just to see if I can. Get this to work. Get lost, loser. There, that's one of the trap points that you might accidentally pay him because you're forced into the dialogue. And if you mash through it, you will suffer greatly for it. But the bear ain't getting no money from me. And that's all the Moneybags related shenanigans left in this world. Basically, I could end the whole stream here and all the content that was needed for the confines of the challenge would be acquired. I could basically do the rest of Sunrise Spring off screen. And it necessarily wouldn't violate the confines of the challenge anymore. But I'm in a nice mood, so you're getting the rest of it too. Now we're just gonna do the level in reverse. Actually, we're gonna go back for Sergeant Bird. You see, I wanna partake in another bit of trickery. This isn't even Moneybags related. It's just some anti-backtracking stuff. The agenda is entirely different with this one, with this set of movement. Bet you didn't expect for me to sequence break your entire game. You probably did. At this point you probably do, like, everyone knows these glitches already. Okay, well apparently I'm just incapable of partaking in any kind of video gaming right now. It's like the curse of streaming. When I play off camera, I'm like Jeremy Thompson too. And then when there's a camera on me, I just forget what buttons are. There we go. Now for the final part. Funnily enough, there is still so much room for error. There we go, now we're in here. Despite not being supposed to.
Hello, Spyro.
Oh, why would you do that? That is unbelievable behavior. No, that was a 1-up apparently. It's like every 10th fodder you kill or something. I don't know the exact science behind it. I know some secrets that others don't. It's generational knowledge, you wouldn't get it. Okay. So this is gonna be a pretty straightforward emptying out of Sergeant Bird right here. We're just gonna fly around, do the mission. And then we're gonna return to other types of shenanigans later on. Which for this particular run, like I've said numerous times, the shenanigans are pretty much done and over with. Don't you freak in there. I did that out of anger. No, it's just a very simple little cove. Alright, one of you are getting your head back. So, no head. I proceeded to get hurt. They shot me in the face. Oh, okay, let me just go to another realm of existence entirely. Sparks! Thank you. This is a little hard to control. You know, cannot even lie about that. Well, I suppose I can, but I'm not going to. Gimme, 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 gimme. These guys come back extremely quickly, so I'm just gonna partake in a little bit of minor shenanigans here. These shenanigans aren't particularly major, just a little bit of trickery to get me through the weekend. You know how it is. Oh, that's what I was supposed to do, okay. I'm glad I got the mission. So, what haven't I visited yet? Well, that basket is a rather strong context clue now, isn't it? Have I cleared out these gems? I have. I'm just gonna live in the faint belief that I've emptied out this cave now, and I don't need to return to this moveset for some time. But I could always be in denial. Okay, I'm leaving. I'm leaving, I said. Not this entire life, just a level, please. Yeah! Now we're gonna walk through the entire level backwards and then return through the little tunnel to finally complete the level. Hopefully complete the level. There's always a chance that I miss some gems in one of the minigames. Which is always funny when it happens. Pure hilarity. Riki. Rikki means sulfur in Finnish. It can also mean broken, but I feel like the sulfur interpretation is funnier for this particular context. They put a gen on top of that lava fall in Spyro 3.5, the Kaizo hack of this game, basically. That's what it basically is. Do I have the key? I think I do, but I could be entirely wrong about that factoid. I don't know if this game has some means of actually communicating whether I have the key or not. It's not like Reignited where it just flashes it very clearly on screen. Let's go. Okay, go where? Let me alter the chat just a little bit for how I see it. Yeah, we're not doing Reignited with its lack of glitches. You cannot evade. You cannot evade Moneybags in Reignited. You're forced to pay him. My entire agenda falls apart in that one, despite the graphics upgrades. I'm missing a blue gem somewhere, and that's making my entire operation fall apart. It might just be in one of the mini games, which is probably the worst thing that can happen because we have to do the entire boar proxy again. I am a mere mortal. You didn't see me fail 20 tries at boar proxy just before. Deadass took half an hour, probably, to nail that. And when I finally nailed it, my internet went out. So, you might not even be able to witness me actually nailing the trick because of that factoid. So, for all you know, I just cheated and input some cheat code in the game and pretended to get it. Oh yeah, I totally nailed the hard trick, guys. The one that I struggled to get on screen, and then when it goes off screen I suddenly nail it. I mean, you live and you learn. The Fiver might be in one of the minigames. I'm going to Sergeant Bird first. Because getting into the Egg Thief section is heartbreak I cannot handle at this moment. And I need absolute confirmation that the gem is nowhere else before I fight for that again. Because I'm not paying the bear. Doesn't matter what happens, the bear is not getting paid. Oh yeah, let me just not jump at all. Now let's try again, but this time with actually jumping. There we go. Okay, so a fiver. Hopefully in here somewhere. Just gonna dive into the tunnels one by one. Get hit by this little pixel of fire. You know, every day is filled with a little bit of burning sensations. You play with fire and if you get burned you blame everybody else but yourself. Okay, so there's a little tunnel right there. I'm glad you're enjoying Spyro 3. I personally played Spyro 2 at a much older age, whereas Spyro 3 I played when I was 6. And even though I didn't get the nostalgia lenses of playing it as a kid, I still enjoyed Spyro 2, which goes to show a lot that these games are actually good. That I'm not just enjoying them because, you know, with kid brain you think everything is good. Okay, it's 100% complete. Oh, by the way, Kayla, you didn't witness a little bit of trickery, but the reason that the gem count lands on 26 is because of this. I did a little gem dupe in Sunny Villa and ended up with 102% completion instead of just a 100 one. I have no idea how this will play out towards the end game. But we like trickery over here at AskPlankG Incorporated. And this is pretty much the last of trickery, I believe. Like now it's just doing Seashell Shore pretty much normally. Actually, I do have a little idea. Just for fun, I'm gonna do a little bit of trickery, after all. But if this takes too many tries, then I'm gonna give up on the stream and just do it normally. But... oh no! Whatever will we do about that problem? Oh, fudgicles. Okay, attempt 2. It doesn't matter if I game over since I can just spawn here again. Okay. I got it. Second try, I got it. Now it's important that we don't mess this up because I will soft lock the entire game if I fail some movement here. And the X button has been acting up, so it is very important that we don't land in the water at all. Oh yeah, we cannot. And now for the magic. We're not gonna play by the rules. And I'm gonna show you instantly how that manifests. See, if I did what I did right, and I did do what I did right, we're never gonna leave the swimming state now. Until I die. I'm just gonna do a little nice little roundabout here. Defying the laws of physics. I need some fodder because I want sparks back. I might actually be incapable of getting sparks back. There really was no reason to actually do this, so I might just intentionally die here to go back to normal world. You see, the zombie world is a little scary. Just forcefully flying through the air forever and ever. Yeah, he just hit me with the barrel. Thank you. Oh, okay, I'm just permanently stuck here. I don't think I'm in zombie anymore, so if I dive in and then come back... Yep, I was correct. I freed myself from the existential nightmare of perpetually swimming. I probably couldn't have even 100% at this level if I persisted in that swimming state forever and ever. But it was like a send-off. There was no mandatory trickery here. But I still decided to partake in some. I forgot that I swam up here already. That's what life is like when you don't have a brain. It's a rare bird defect where you just don't have a brain. Yet somehow you still function. It's kind of a marvel. Okay, I just wanted to try something. That's why I mashed start button. You couldn't actually tell what button I was mashing, you could just hear the mashing sound. Yeah, this minigame is pretty much normal. There's no trickery to be had here. Oh, okay, yeah, let me just take a little dip. I forgot there was an egg here too. Alright, Chariot.
Hi, Sheila.
Oh, the timer just starts. We're just gonna do this the fast way then. If the timer's gonna start without my input, then I'm absolutely not going to be playing by the rules either. I believe this works in Reignited too. You can just ground pound the cannons and it clears the mission. Also, this is apparently entirely unskippable. So I'm gonna use this opportunity to pour myself a glass of water. based on the sound effect, that explosion killed a Rhinoc. And we take a sip for that. Water hype! Oh my god, my favorite streamer is getting so hydrated right now. Water hype indeed. I think I've emptied this section out. And if I haven't, my heart will break again. I don't know why I tried to one-hand that. There was no particular reason to even go for something of that caliber. We're just gonna take a little dive here. Let's tear off the band-aid of this water tunnel, because I don't like this minigame one bit. I do like it a little bit. But I don't. That's the distinction. So there's, I believe, a total of 11 Rhinocs here. Meaning that now we're halfway there. You unbelievable fuck! Oh, okay, yeah. At least the sound effects are funny. Thor! These guys really like the Viking God of Thunder. And final one, 11. I counted them correctly. Look at me, I actually know something about this game. Duke. No, your birth is not to be witnessed. Each and every one of them is getting skipped. Oh, okay, yeah, that octopus just apparently gets to live now. It's not like I have any say in the matter. Can you hit something for once? Thank you. They actually drop 1 gems. You know, they look way too imposing to be just 1 gem enemies. Oh yeah, I gotta kill the octopus there. My plan worked! Oh, dizzy. Let's see if they're actually dizzy. What in the missed opportunity? That was dead as just a 1 millisecond animation. I didn't even skip that one, it just didn't do anything. Okay, now emptying out this beginning section. Something that I'm apparently not too good at.
Come here, you wire, here to punch you in the puncher, you scoundrel, you scallywag, you.
Turning into a 50s bad guy always works. It intimidates the enemies. A little known fact about this game. Oh, there's a Rhinoc submarine here. I never even paid attention to that little world building element. A nice little flavor win. Oh yeah, there was a little bit of lore after you beat the level. These seals will say something. Like you just get some lore drops about this level's world from the seals that were freed. Oh, okay. Thank you for breaking the 4th wall. Apparently I didn't collect anything on my first time through, probably because I broke the laws of physics and just swam through the air instead of actually playing the game like you're intended to. You know, like a good boy should. I can't help it, trickery is in my blood. They tell me to go right, I go left. Even if going left leads me down a bottomless pit that just kills me, I'll still walk left, just because they told me to go right. There. I abused the laws of physics again by jumping higher than I should be able to. Just falls in the water. Okay, let me play a quick game of Donkey Kong with this guy. Is that productive? Are you feeling a quota? You're wasting a lot of metal doing this. I do not mind, I'm 22. Some people call me a baby and others call me the oldest person in the world. Both of those statements are fictitious, by the way. I'm neither a baby nor the oldest person in the world. But it's a little factoid that some people get wrong. Yeah, I very recently turned 22 actually. I always was under the impression that I look very old because I have constant eye bags 24/7. Then again, some people have told me that my voice doesn't match my face. Which, I don't know what I'm supposed to sound like Mickey Mouse. Right, now we're gonna play some Spyro, huh? Okay, let me just fuck up Pluto the Rhinox entire day real quick, and then I'm gonna empty out this little cove. How did you acquire ammunition? Okay, let me just fire up my entire arsenal at this guy. Take that, Pluto the Rhinox! You know, he's really getting the upper hand this battle. You know, rushing headfirst into conflict might not be the most productive use of one's time. How many do you have? Oh, 2 apparently. Get me out of here! He's just too powerful. These seals are becoming Pluto's slaves. Hold on, spend a month in... If you lose, we have to spend a month in KP. What is KP? I think I'm supposed to know what that acronym is, and I'm just showcasing my stupidity. My ignorance, if you will. No, you're not even gonna get the opportunity this time. Oh, okay, you got the opportunity this time. I think if you hit the fin, you can damage him. I'm just gonna take this opportunity to fire my entire arsenal at him again. We're at Blue Spark, so we're actually doing exceptionally well this attempt. I haven't fought. Don't you fix your vehicle. I don't get any fodder for sparks and you're over here. Unbelievable. I'm no longer the king of trickery. I forgot that it takes a time to laugh. Luckily enough, he was exactly 3 shots away from demise. We're gonna take a seat for Jackie. Now, how does the bow tie materialize inside the egg? I don't think that's how biology works. Are there any in this cave? Nope. I should be exactly 27 gems away. I like the spooky swamp. Yeah, the Haiku village. That gator was mean. Skipping Moneybags there is actually very easy. You can just swim through the piranha-invested waters to get to the end of the level, and then you just collect everything backwards. Also, they really nerfed the Sheila minigame in that one. Because the rocks respawn in the original, in this version that I'm playing, but the rocks don't respawn in Reignited. Making it a whole lot easier, because you can that eliminates half of the memorization. I thought I saw a puddle down here. Okay, I'm just going clinically insane. No big deal. Okay, so we're left doing a little round. My personal favorite level in this game is Bamboo Terrace because I like the theming and whatnot. I used to prefer Frozen Altars, but the Bentley boxing kinda knocked it down a whole peg or two. Oh, I apparently left one of you guys alive. Oh, two of you guys alive. And we are done. Let me get the level complete. And we're leaving. Sip of victory. Let's not. There is still the speedway. Oh, okay, yeah. Let me just do the anti-jump. I don't think you can make that gap without swimming. Even with glitchy jumps. Alright, Mushroom Speedway o'clock. I've played this level unfathomably many times. So I should be able to ace this. In theory. In practice, probably not. Yeah, that's my one impression. Cannot do any other impressions. There was also another character I could do, but I don't actually remember what it was. I can generally do deep voice characters. Somebody like Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. Good to see you, Cloud. But that's particularly because I'm a bass. Anyway. That's the one genetic gift I have, the fact that my vocal range is like 7,000 octaves and I go very low. There we go. First try, idiot. Press X to continue. Now for the race. Which in theory we should be able to first try. In practice, the story might be different. I just like to mimic everything I hear. So the optimal strategy is to triangulate as much as possible. There. Cutie pie, don't you go calling me names. Had another person call me a silly goose. Now that's highly insulting, that is. You see, they not only called me the most violent bird in the entire animal kingdom, but they called me a silly one at that. So we are now third on the second lap. Now cutie pie is a good thing. And pie is good, okay? I haven't made a pie in a hot minute. I think I've genuinely just made one pie in my entire life, and that was a ham pie. So not even a sweet one at that. Okay, we cannot control my speed at this point, so I'm just letting Spyro fly. Okay, now we can actually have a say in the matter of how fast we're going. I've seen a speed run of this race. They actually just run on the ground most of the time and jump, do some elaborate parkour in places they're not supposed to go. That may have actually gained me a little bit of extra speed. Okay, and we're number one. The trick is to calculate the least amount of distance possible, making sure you basically just scrape the rings as you go. Oh, John had a little eggshell helmet. Eggshell helmet. Okay, now we're gonna look for Hunter. The location of whom I don't remember exactly. No matter how many times I beat this goddamn game, and there he is. Whoa! There's always a little bit of unskippable dialogue in, no matter how fast you mash. The NPCs will always get one word in edgewise. I don't know if you can hear anything I speak over the sound of literally everything happening at once. About 10,000 explosions and sheep baying. You're hearing World War III over here. Yeah, I turned the game way down because I didn't want to risk anything. The point is that the World War III is happening before your very eyes. Woohoo! Tater! Let's watch what Tater has to offer. That is literally a rehash of the final egg. The egg you get for beating the final boss. His name is George, and that's the exact same dragon and exact same animation as George. So Tater and George might be long-lost twins. Or maybe they're just siblings from the same dragon pair. It's not even been established how dragons reproduce in this game. Okay, I really tried to get on top of that just for fun. Now, have I genuinely done this entire world? 426 out of 400. Besides Buzz's dungeon and the Sparks mission, I have done this entire world. Actually, let me kill one of the sheep here. There was a butterfly up and about, and I had no reason to choose violence. No, for the final bit of trickery. I genuinely forgot that there was some trickery to be had here. But indeed there is. You can actually... In the Sparks missions, you can actually climb on the walls if you just hit the right polygon. When I heard the sorceress... Screw you, Buzz. They're not even gonna know what hit you. You see, I'm going to abuse the rules of the game itself. Look at him. Doesn't even get his desperation moving. Make sure the camera is facing away from him, so he doesn't get a shot at me. He won't even spawn his flame ball if I do this right. He's entirely helpless. I just proxied off of this guy. And there we go. We had a little hiccup, but at the end of the day, he didn't even know what hit him. Alright, Grayson. Oh, he spawns a little rainbow. 36 eggs? That's how many is in Sunrise Spring alone. Plus that's not even the full count because there's still Sparks. A sip of victory. Pouring myself another glass because you cannot handle the Sparks missions entirely sober. I'm implying that the brink of water poisoning is destroying my brain cells. Which that's technically how water poisoning works. Okay, dragon. I just want to try something. Just want to try a little bit of trickery here. Even though we're not doing fudgicles. That was an exclamation. I wasn't trying to dive through the wall, you. I just collected fiber. Now I gotta empty out the whole world to even out the gem count. Am I sparkless? Am I entirely sparkless here? Let me just kill a bunch of innocent little rabbits. I actually have a little rabbit pixel art on my wall too. I couldn't get the colors exactly right, but you can pretty much recognize it's intended to be that guy. Oh yeah, the Moneybags in Icy Peak is the hardest in the entire game. So bar proxy took me a good half an hour. The parkour you have to do in Icy Peak, it's gonna take me a good 2 hours of whenever I actually go through the Midday Garden stream. So I suppose it's good that I'm saving time on that stream by doing this early on now. You know, emptying out the homeworld itself. Mingus? We gave him stupid teeth too. Stupid name and stupid teeth. Take that, Mingus. Never had a shot from the start. You're guaranteed to be bullied. Why not dingus? It's like the parents never took that into account. It's like naming your son Matt without realizing that can be just turned into Matt, more like twat. It's the same, like there's a whole bunch of names you probably shouldn't give your child if you want them to be at the top of the social totem pole, and I most definitely feel like Mingus isn't one of those names that you should give your child. Yeah, we're not gonna pay that guy either. See, the goal is to use the bridge to get out of bounds, so I can hit the loading zone of that portal without paying that bear a single dime. But that's something I'm gonna do when I'm wholeheartedly focusing on Midday Gardens. Now I'm just emptying it out for the purposes of completion. Why would you run that direction? You're despicable. Okay, let me... He's just too good. There we go. Sip of victory. Trixie. Again, how did the bow spawn inside the egg? How did it just materialize? Were the cells just kind of... Like, is that bow attached to Trixie's head for all eternity? It's like a birth defect. A birthmark. You can actually also enter the Bentley mission in Bamboo Terrace early. And it's a very easy swim in there, in fact. A little concussion. Just for the road, for old time's sake. Spyro doesn't have a single life brain cell left. Just look at him. Look at his little expression. There's not a single thought going on in there. There might have been in Spyro 1, but by the time we get to Spyro 3, it's just... his brain is nothing but mashed potatoes. That's why he keeps getting into these missions. He doesn't even realize that it's dangerous at this point. Hi, Spyro! What in the breathing tutorial am I getting here? Super flame power up. I have no idea what just happened. I don't know if that even hit. It hit. Does getting this egg get me out of the fire state? It does. See, I was just talking about the name Matt. At least Matt's got some tricks up his sleeve. He's not gonna take the bullying line down. He subscribed. That's not my name. I'm glad you subscribed. It's... I assure you that you are not going to enjoy yourself here. This channel is nothing but a series of parental confusion. Your brain will turn to mush the more you watch. Did I get this egg? Apparently I did. That's what I'm talking about. Nothing is left in here. Am I actually just one gem away? I genuinely am just one gem away. Okay, well... this is going to be a conundrum and a half. Oh, okay, yeah. That's the one thing that Spyro needs, is more concussion. Let's just unlock this level while we're at it. Enchanted Towers. That one doesn't have any trickery for the purposes of this challenge here. But it has some potential skips, it's just that the skips are pretty much unneeded. Okay, now for the Sparks mission. Spyro is an absolute masterpiece, and the fact is that they broke so many conventions and they broke so much new ground with the Spyro trilogy. For example, Spyro 1 was probably the first 3D game to not use fog to obscure faraway objects. They instead used a low poly rendering of faraway objects, which allowed them to show the entire map at once without using any RAM. Like if you look out there, you can see that the mountain in the distance is way less detailed than the stuff in front of me. And it becomes more detailed the closer I get to it. And that's just so they could save up on RAM space. Because other games would just put some fog that obscures your view entirely. But Spyro wanted to be clever about it.
Spyro, I found him.
Now, I'm a mere mortal. Also, the flight levels from Spyro 1, which then persisted at speedways in the further entries, were also revolutionary. They had an actual pilot help them design the controls Because back then, those kind of flight controls didn't exist beforehand.
Now,
So they just broke a whole lot of new ground with this. Entire trilogy, to be honest. Also, in an episode of Insomniac Live, they confirmed that they had an unused but planned minigame where you would have done skateboarding, except you would have done them on round planets. And you would have like skateboarded around the planet and then jumped from planet to planet back and forth. And the gravity pull would have basically attracted you to all the planets and whatnot. Basically like Super Mario Galaxy. But they didn't have the time to implement that, so the thing went completely unused. But it's so funny to think about that they basically came up with Mario Galaxy a good 8 years before Mario Galaxy even existed. And it wasn't even the main game, like with Mario Galaxy the planet stuff is the main game. In Spyro it would have just been one mini game. Ouch. Now why would you be so mean? I know I've executed like half your kind, but that doesn't give you the permission to hit me. I'm not switching from this power up because this is simply the best in every way. Oh, okay. I didn't expect him to do a full 180 like that. Oh, okay. I'm blue now. I refuse to sing the song, but I am blue. I don't even know the entire song. I know like the very intro and of course the chorus, but everyone knows the chorus. Uh-oh. I am completely surrounded. That's how life is when you partake in advanced warfare tactics on the regular. I switched to this god-awful power-up. Are you recruiting more people? Is this turning into a cult? I can't be involved in another cult. That's... I don't need that on my resume. Employers tend to really look at you weird when it says cult later on your resume. Then you have all sorts of explaining to do. No, we weren't hateful or anything, we just kind of killed people. I think I've emptied out everything. Let me eat this guy. Oh, I got an even worse power up for that maneuver. Well, let me at least try to use them wisely. Oh, what are you trying to give me a hug? I forgot that there was an entire dispenser of these guys here. And 20 gems are left in this room, so we have emptied out the level. Don't eat the butterfly just yet. We have a little conflict to endure. This absolutely does no damage whatsoever. So let me just stick to regular shots. I forgot that he had a desperation move in his sleeve. Well, What in the 10-hour dying animation? I'm not trying to sit here until my graduation party waiting for this guy to finally die. And we're done with sparks. And a sip of victory ensues. Nice work, Sparks! Sunrise Spring is now not only 100% completed, but because of Sunny Villa, a little bit more than 100% completed. See, Sunny Villa alone is 102% complete. Due to a little bit of trickery I partook in earlier. So now let's go to Midday Gardens. And maybe get started on a little bit of extra trickery. Gonna do a pretty difficult-ish trick that involves the bridge. It's gonna take me 7 years. That's part of the reason it's gonna take me 7 years. Just end up going through the thing. Nope. Just dove underwater regularly. My angle is very bad. And I jumped through the thing again. I think you gotta leave it at 2 jumps. Because 3 has a risk of getting you through the thing. I think I executed the right movement just at the wrong spot, which caused me to dive underwater regularly. Oh right, well my best years are going to be wasted here. But that's the price I'm willing to pay in order to not pay a price to Moneybags. 117% is just this game being cute, because it's kind of like in Spyro 1 when you collect literally everything, it says 120% on the save file. Spyro 3 does the same, except it says 117%. Because there's a bonus level that goes above 100% when you complete it. And the Moneybags less part is also true. I'm going out of my way to avoid paying the bear a single dime. No matter what law of physics it requires for me to violate. I got so close that time. I need to jump to get under the bridge. Otherwise he just bonks his head on it. Can I just look up a video of somebody doing it so I can copy their movement? Hold on. Okay, the video is now quietly playing on my leg. Okay, basically exactly what I was just doing. You just gotta not be stupid about it. And especially not do that. That's not right at all. Okay, I got completely disoriented because of that. The swimmers in this game are mostly very brutal. Other than the one in Bamboo Terrace, that's especially easy. Nope. Oh, I just randomly got on the bridge because of that. I don't know what actually happened. I was too eager to dive that time. Okay, this is not a drill. Now I just gotta find the actual loading zone. Where is it? Okay, I just got back inbounds. Where's the actual... there? I'm gonna just keep going back and forth until I accidentally hit it. There we go. Didn't pay him a single dime. Sip of victory again. You're not fully hydrated until you die of water poisoning. That's something I will always say. I'm gonna finish off Sergeant Bird and then I'm gonna end the stream because it's like 9,000 o'clock where I live. And I need my nightly nap. There's no specific trickery inside this level, so the movement I'm gonna be doing is... Well, there is speedrun trickery, but I'm not gonna do speedrun trickery in this playthrough. Unless it is directly related to skipping Moneybags, or it just happens to be particularly fun to do, but in here the speedrun trickery is just about like, you don't have to kill each and every enemy technically, if you do it right, but I don't even know how you do that. So we're just gonna collect everything like a good boy and... not break the rules too much. I already broke a bunch of rules coming in here without paying. No, you get an automatic gag. Oh, these guys throw pots at you. I forgot about that gag. If it was the first time I was seeing it, I would actually laugh at it. Alright, so where's the second? There is the second. Wait. Are there any balloons in this room? There absolutely are. Doesn't seem to be any more. What's the mechanism between me putting weights on some buttons and a door exploding to bits and pieces? I feel like we're missing a step 2 in that 3-step plan of yours. It's like step 1 collect underpants, step 2 question mark, step 3 profit. Okay, I'm getting absolutely destroyed here. On my own turf, that is. Any more balloons? There absolutely are. Don't play a hero now. Then again, I don't necessarily need to pop them on my first go because I still absolutely have to return back with bombs for the little metal chest. something which I'm going to do right now. There looked like there was a balloon there, but there wasn't. There's some way to speed up your movement significantly with Sergeant Bird. If you mash R and L, somehow it just makes you go faster than you're intended to. But I don't understand the mechanism entirely, so I can't really do it. Just know that there technically is a way to go faster as this guy. You know, these bombs are really interfering with my plans here. Just making sure I emptied out this room because it would be a real nightmare to come back here on a little recheck. Is this back to the beginning? It is. Let's go back to the other way. We are almost done with today. And we got some bonus out of it. Because we decided to be impatient and do Sergeant Bird today. So overall a productive set of circumstances. I like that it homes in. Makes my operation overall easier. I didn't mean to drop the bomb on the first go, but I'm a little trigger happy today. A little bit of violence is okay from time to time, as just as a little treat. And I'm sparksless again. And I'm dead again. I don't think that's supposed to happen. Was that dead intentional? I didn't even know you could kill those moles without bombs. Set the member of pest control. That somehow counted as a victory. Okay, Ryan Lee. Hope it was worth it. We're almost entirely done with this mission here particularly. There's just a bunch of gems still lying around, plus that one egg you get for saving the hummingbirds. Left a little gem behind. Yeah, let me just ascend as slowly as humanly possible. These alternate playing characters have been criticized for their controls for years. You made me drop my bombs, you
Scoundrel, why, I gotta punch you in the puncher.
Sometimes I resort back to the intimidation tactics. These guys aren't gonna learn otherwise. Nope. Shoot you again. Try again next time. W stream, why thank you, Kyle. That is awful nice of you. Oh, come on, it cannot be W and amazing. You're pulling my leg here. I just left the yellow gem like back here for no conceivable reason. Another one. What am I, Hansel and Gretel, dropping gems everywhere I go? By the way, the characters, the human characters, Handel and Greta, are clearly based on Hansel and Gretel. Except they're secret agents in this game and not completely helpless children who get abused by their mother, their half-mother. See, it could never be their biological mother. It's always the half-mothers who are evil. I'm just... the atomic explosion at the tip of my feet.
I'd like to make an explosive entrance.
So, 5 gems I'm missing. And I don't care that I duped the gems in Sunny Villa, I'm getting those 5 gems. This is a matter of principle. It's on lava. Alright, 500 out of 500. We are done with Sergeant Bird. Now watch Spyro exit through a little cage. An empty cage, that is. He's gonna violate the laws of physics before your very eyes. It wasn't even an empty cage, he's still in there. Well, I don't care. I'm just running around with no aim. I want the 1-up. Give me the blue butterfly, give me the blue butterfly, give me the blue butterfly. Thank you. He's still there. And he's gonna, if I approach him, he's gonna ask for money.
Spyro, I can let this little guy out for a small fee.
Dude, I have no need. Yeah, 100% at Sunrise Spring. Did the Speedway. Did the Sparks mission. Even did a little bit of extra in the form of Sergeant Bird. Overall productive stream for something that was titled Sunrise Spring. With that being said, I'm gonna call it here. Hope you enjoyed your stay, and if you're watching this in post,
Then you're a nerd!
totally got him. The people watching this in post, what a loser. It's just myself watching this in post bursting into tears at my past self insulting me. But yeah, I'm gonna call it now.
Good night, wherever you are.